Welcome back to Candy's Art World. I'm Candy, and today I'm going to be doing a fall thing. It'll be a pumpkin with a leaf um, in honor of October and fall. I sketched out the pumpkin with just a pretty much regular pencil. And the leaf, I used a kind of inspiration photo off of pixel.com or pixels.com. And I'm going to be using my soft pastel and pencil pastels, ortho something another. I can't remember how to pronounce it. I'll type it out in the description below in case you're wanting to get a set. Yeah, this set's pretty nice. It has 2 layers. I think it has either 72 or 76 pieces. They sharpen really good with my pencil sharpener. I'll link the pencil sharpener in the description. It is a really good pencil sharpener. Now here I am putting different shades of orange in on the pumpkin. Wanted to kind of keep the edge a little bit more highlighted. I added like a red, an orangey red as well, try to give more depth. Oh, the paper I'm using is Pastel matte, and it is like a black, it's well gray. I think they would call it black though. I got a little booklet of them. I had several different colors. got a paper towel because I'll blend with my finger, but then I need to clean my finger back off so that way the light spots won't get all the dark chalk mixed in, or pastel. I like to go from light to dark to try and maintain the light color. But pastel is really easy to blend, especially the soft pastel. The little sticks you see off to the right, they are really, really easy to blend. I used a brownish purple color pencil and a light yellow, as well as some orange and a little bit of red on the leaf. The only thing with these pastel pencils, they don't have color names on it, they have numbers on them. Can't remember all the numbers. But if you want, just ask and I will look and let you know which one I used. I do add up quite a few layers on the leaf to try to get it to look how I want it to. Here's my pencil sharpener. It works so good. They make some really good mechanical pencil sharpeners, but I don't like the idea of putting either my color pencils or my pastel pencils into a machine that could just eat it up without batting an eye. I just want to sharpen it as much as I need to sharpen it and not lose so much of the pencil, because these things aren't free. I'd like to use as much of it as I can, not feed it to a machine. One of my favorite fall memories is my kids jumping in piles of leaves in the front yard and making leaf angels instead of snow angels. Totally cute. What's your favorite thing to do in the fall? Leave a comment below and let me know what your favorite thing about fall is. Now here with the stem, I'm going in with a darker shade of brown. Wanted to give it a little bit of texture and stuff. Added a little bit of an orangey brown as well. starting to add some of the texture to the body of the pumpkin. You have to be careful not to rub your hand on your other work while you're adding details. If you're worried, you can lay down a piece of paper between your hand and your artwork to keep from smudging it. If you haven't watched any of my other pastel pieces videos, my favorite way to blend is with my finger. They do make blending stumps and actual pastel blending tools. I just happen to find it easier to use my finger that way, because I always forget to gather up some kind of a supply when I sit down to do a piece. And for some reason that pastel pencil totally blended away when I used my finger to blend it. That's probably when you probably want to use a blending tool instead. Adding in some shadow. At this point, I really wasn't sure what I wanted my objects to, what kind of a setting I wanted them to be in. I just knew I wanted to do a leaf and a pumpkin. On my inspiration piece, they were sitting in a field of grass, and it was really cute. But when I blended the pumpkin, it blended down further than I thought it would. And I didn't want to take away from the pumpkin and the leaf by putting in grass. So I decided to try to go with kind of a evening, almost Halloween kind of a feeling sky in the background. I mixed blue pastel and purple pastel. The soft pastel. It's easier to fill big space with these pastel sticks because you can use the whole body of it to lay it down on the paper. And I'm not being the most neat, but that's okay because you blend it out. You never knew. You never could tell that I was being messy. At least not with the stick. With the pencils, you have to be a little bit more precise with that because it can sometimes be difficult to blend out. Which is actually a good thing, so you can use that for your finer details. Use the the soft pastels for the bulk of the coloring. Camera decides to auto focus on my hand again. I apologize. I added a bit of black to the corners. Brought out the shadow a little bit more under the pumpkin and leaf. Trying to clean up the pumpkin a little bit. Sometimes blending the background messes up the subject, but that's okay. You can go back in and fix it usually. This time I'm using the pencils more, so that way it won't completely blend out again. Keep some detail. Wanted the leaf to stand out from the pumpkin a little bit more, so I added some more darks in with it. I decided to add a little bit of brown to the ground portion. has put my pastel sticks back in their little containers. I'm gonna wipe off my artboard. This stuff gets dusty. Removing the tape, you want to hold it at an angle while you're peeling the tape and hold your paper down. Probably do it a little slower than I was doing it. I was trying to get you a good shot of the piece. I hope you enjoyed watching. Please like, subscribe, and leave a comment. Have a great day.